Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. What up, y'all? Let me make sure we live over here because I'm having all kind of issues. Let me make sure we live. No, we not. Why aren't we live? Why aren't we live? What's going on? What up? We live? Hold on. What the hell's going on? Y'all here? I'm about to log off. What the fuck is going on here? Can y'all see me? On my end, I can't okay, we are live. We are live. Okay. There we go. We are. On my end, I was like, what the hell? I was literally about to hit finish. I was about to log out and log back in. Okay, we live. What up, y'all? I was man, I was over here listening to Tower of Power. I was like, oh shit. Very hard to go. I'm sorry, I was listening to Tower of Power and I was like, oh shit, we gotta start. I'm gonna delete that out. Anyway, what's up, y'all? So this is what we're gonna talk about. I was gonna talk about this. There's a video going around about the Grammys being rigged from a former CEO, and y'all know I've talked about that before on this channel how Grammys are rigged. But then I was watching Thought Crimes, and they were they and on that Twitter they had these old anti-black tweets from Rory from the Rory and Mal show. For those of you who don't know, Rocky over here, look at me. He got the rest of his treat. Here you go, little nigga. I was wondering why you're staring at me like that. You're staring at me like if Rocky had a gun, he'd be shooting me right now. Well, anyway, so Rory and Mal, for those of you who don't know, is a podcast, a very popular podcast, and I gotta say, salute to them. They found a way to keep going after leaving the Joe Budden show. They were initially on the sidekicks for Joe Budden, and when they had whatever fallout they had, I don't know what it was about because I didn't watch the Joe Budden show then. I don't watch it now. The most I watch is clips on Twitter. And I don't watch their show either, Rory and Mal. But a lot of people do. So since a lot of people do, they're still around. Well, anyway, I was seeing a lot of their clips over the last year and a half. Major Kendrick haters. Major, 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 major. You know what I mean? And especially I'll be forgetting which one is which because I just know the name of the show and I know how they look, but I'll be confused on which one is Rory. But this is Rory. Rory is the white one now, and I think I know now because of this thing. Before this, I didn't know which one was Rory. I didn't know which one was Mal, but I saw the images with next to his name, so the white one's Rory. So maybe I'll remember the rest of my life now because before today I did not know the difference. The same way they don't know who the fuck I am. I'm irrelevant to them. It's all good. And so they Roy is somebody, they would talk a lot about the Kendrick battle and they talk a lot about hip hop. Like I've seen their clips for more than just the Kendrick battle. Even going back to when it was on Joe Budden. They're hip hop critics, you know what I mean? And Rory, got the black aesthetic. He got the black look. The beard lineup. The taper. He has all of that going on, but he also has something that's far too common with people around black music. Far too common, and that is an anti-black disposition. And when they're around us, these people can tend to be very fun. They cool. Hell, most of the time they know they hip hop and music history better than we do. Most of the time they do because they really study us. And we allow them in. Why? Because we're very humanitarian like. You know what I mean? We people of the people. You dig what I'm saying? We there for the people. So since we tend to be people of the people, we allow people to come through. And so when they come through, we ain't, especially back in the day, we weren't really on delineation like that. So we weren't the ones really going through and checking people's paperwork and checking their past. But now people are. And I'm looking for the tweet right now. That shit just got lost. Here's one. But the tweet that I want, I cannot find it. But I'll find it. Don't get me wrong. I will find it. I will find it. The one I'm looking for. I will find it. Well, anyway, here we go. That's another one. But that's still not the one that I want. That is still not the one that I want. That is still not the one that I want. Okay. So anyway, it'll come up. It'll come up. And I'm going to keep scrolling. So anyway, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do two things at once. I should have had these already up. But I would have had a lot of the stuff already ready, but it was a police chase going down in LA, and I was all up into that, like, ooh, run, nigga, run. But anyway, I'll put some of the tweets up right now that I have, and then the one that I'm looking for, I'll put that up last. Here we go. So Roy, like too many people that hang around black people, this is what he tweeted. It's a lot of black fetish talk. And this here is the concern. It's not that just you're talking about black women, it's how you're talking about them. Every black woman has either wanted to, thought about, or actually fucked a white guy. That's one of them. Why y'all like black people don't even think like this? We don't have these conversations in our own mind. And in America, hell, okay, if a black woman thought about fucking a white guy, so y'all everywhere on goddamn TV. You can't watch a TV show you can't watch a commercial, a movie, a TV show. Hell, these days you can't even listen to soul music without seeing a white guy. Goddamn, even parts of our culture that we created for ourselves, you motherfuckers go and figure that part of our culture out. Let me give you an example. Oh, Larry just texted me. Hold on, Larry, you gotta call in. Larry, you gotta call in. Larry just said Rory is a Kappa. Is this true? Hey, Kappas. Oh, ho. Hold it now. Ho. Hold it now. Is Roy really a Kappa? I need to know. Is Roy really a Kappa? Yeah? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Kappas. Kappas. Come to the any Kappas in here want to call in and speak. I still haven't found the tweets that I'm looking for. I still haven't found the tweets that I'm looking for. Oh my God. It was on Thought Crimes' page. But I'm looking on their page right now and I cannot find it. Again, y'all go to Thought Crimes and I linked the original video to this. I linked in the description. I linked the original video for this in the description. Man. Because it was from like yesterday morning. Okay. Is this it? Is this it? I don't think I went back far enough. Damn, Thought Crimes. Y'all got a lot of goddamn tweets. Here we go. Here's another one. There we go. Now we getting into business. Ah. I see. That person took their page, that person's page. Oh, they deleted it. That's why it is. There we go. I see why I couldn't find it. Damn it. Well, anyway, look at this. It like the hood rat named Beyonce. They are always worse baby mamas. The one that I wanted, the tweets got taken down. White guys like some ugly black chicks. It was more shit, but god damn it, what y'all gonna have to do is you guys are gonna have to go to Thought Crimes video from yesterday. I have it tagged in the description. I should have fucking took the screenshot down when I had the chance. I should have took the oh here we go. Still watch their show. This is what I wanted to get to right here. Rocky, it ain't no more goddamn snacks, all right? Come on. He gonna bang on me. Do you see any snacks, Rocky? Look, it ain't no more snacks. You see? You good? Now say hi to the people. Ain't no more snacks. See? Look, ain't no more snacks. You can stop banging on me now, all right? Some nigga banging on me one of them snacks. So here we go. Roy, 7:15. This is right after the 4th of July, so I guess he was feeling real patriotic that day. The world is bigger than your timeline, Black Twitter. Remember that. Somehow I don't see you going the way. He said, I'm gonna get a black girlfriend and call her the N word while I'm hitting it from the back. And then that's one of his people that wrote that. He's retweeting somebody and saying, it's just the obsession with blackness. Here's the issue. Here's the issue. Some of y'all might be saying, okay, well, he didn't call y'all the N-word. And for too many people, the N-word is the dividing line between whether somebody's racist or not. Is Rory racist? I don't know. I'm not going to say Rory is a racist. That for me, that's neither here nor there whether his personal feelings are racist or not. That's neither here nor there for me. What I am saying is this. We are, I think, a fetish for this person. And that's the thing with a lot of us black folks. We're fetishized by a lot of the white world. And it's very creepy and it's very uncomfortable. And honestly, the reason why I'm pointing this out is the shit's getting old. Fetishize our women, fetishize our culture. But within being black, there's a whole lot to this outside of the swag, the hairlines, the shoes, the music. There's a whole experience that if you're going to be non-black and in this culture, if you're going to be non-black and in this culture, if you're going to be non-black and in this culture, there's a hell of a lot of community cleanup you have in your own community to help us out. If you really care about us, there's a lot of work that white men can do in the white community to clean up what's going on with Black America. You have family members. Are your family members hiring black people? Are you advocating that the history of you study our history so much? Where are you advocating that the study of our history and the truth about our history gets exposed on a larger level? And even if you don't want to do it, that's fine. What black organizations are you donating to that are doing that? Whether you are Latino, white, Asian, if you Caribbean, if you African, y'all love our culture, fine. There's a lot of work you can do back in your community of the anti-black hate that you know we experience. Do I have to bring up all the people that Rachel Lou Dennis hired at Essence Magazine again? All of the non-black Americans? That's the issue. This over fetishization, that's a word. Fetishizing. Is that how he said fetishizing? I mean, we've gotten to that point now. It's like we're tired of being the goddamn circus. It's like Black America is a circus. Everybody, we're the zoo for everybody. We're everybody's zoo. Where people come in, they stand behind the glass wall so they can't get touched. You dig what I'm saying? We stand behind the glass wall, and then you watch and you point, and you say, ooh, 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 ooh. Look at these black people here. Look at these black people there. Look at these black people everywhere. That's the problem. Nerd Large said fetishization. Thank you, Nerd Large. I mean, if you go, my thing is this. We're at that point now. If you're going to be an ally, be an ally. Look at what's going on with, what's that? The Indian dudes, Dinesh D'Souza and Vivek Ramaswamy. You see them white folks are going in on them right now. MAGA. They so-called homeboys. Going in. With that being said, I didn't even say what's up to the chat room. What's up, chat room? Thank y'all for joining. Lady Hotep, Kit Cash, Accolade 310. I can't get to everybody. Love Wisdom. Just my start was so fucked up. I just had to get the information out. My bad, chat room. I don't mean to be rude. What's up, everybody? So, this is the issue. So, this is what I'm saying. Okay, this stuff is out. Is it him calling us the N-word? No. But it is one of the primary issues we deal with. Black America being like a circus culture. People treat us like a circus, like a zoo. You fetishize our women, objectify them. This ain't cool. This is showing that you know that there's a clear dividing line. Thought Crimes P. Solo made a good point yesterday on Thought Crimes. P. Solo was like, when you see these old tweets of both Rory and Mal was doing some funky shit. I remember Some of his old tweets got exposed. Chat room, do y'all remember that? It's like these niggas were the worst, the biggest cornballs a decade ago. Joe Budden, how many lames you gonna lift to the top? God damn. Every time you look up, Joe Budden is picking some lame up off the ground and throwing them in our face. These two lame ass niggas, you got him getting an old ass video vixen that was the shit on a song that she was the shit back when the game said something about her on, what was that song? You wouldn't get fired. That song with him and Kanye. She was old hoe back then. God damn, Joe Budden. Larry, you a jive coolie. That's what you are. What's up, DeAndre Mosley? You said non-black people treat black people like exhibits at the Smithsonian. Like black culture is endless feeding. That's you're right. So mom may not see this as a big thing, but we as black Americans are tired of this shit. So what you might be a non-black person and you're wondering, okay, what can I do? You may not have the time to do anything. Let me help you out with what you can do. You can donate to black nonprofits and not the NAACP and not no goddamn Al Sharpton, nothing. But there are black community organizations all throughout this nation, all throughout your cities that do things to give back, to provide education. You can donate to those places. You can donate to black private schools and charter schools. You can donate to the black folks that are doing something. That's how you can be an ally to black people. Like just listening to people say, I'm sorry, oh, I love black people, oh yeah, the culture, the culture. That's not enough anymore, man. I got a foundation you can donate to, a full 501c, pending this government shutdown, giving me my final letter, my write-off letter, but I'm a fully functioning 501c, the Black American Music Family Tree Historical Foundation. I got some big things in the works. I'm designing a curriculum for a nationwide program right now that teaches that teaches the history of black, that teaches black dance. They teach dance. I'm providing a history curriculum for them right now. I'm doing a lot of work like that. But it don't have to be my foundation. I would love for you to donate to my foundation, bamfamilytree.org. But there are plenty of other foundations that the 1500 or nothing, they got a foundation here in LA where they teaching live music. You know what I mean? There are a lot of black organizations teaching music, teaching STEM. That's what you can do. Non-black people, if you love our culture so much, you need to invest in organizations that are passing this knowledge down to the next generation of black children. Because if our children don't get the information, you not going to get no flavor. Dig that? You can get this t-shirt at dewanb.com/shop. You can get it at dewanb.com/shop. No, for real. And I'm saying this, black people, for real. You still got Dr. Claude Anderson's organization going to what's Dr. Claude Anderson's? His foundation. God dang it. I'm drawing a blank. Chat room, y'all know Dr. Claude Anderson's foundation. I usually know off the top of my head. I can't. Dang it. But Dr. Claude Anderson, you got all kinds of organizations that are out there that are passing it down. And this is for the chat room. This is for y'all. When people say, okay, I love black Americans, I love y'all, I love what you do, what can I do to help? Put money behind those already out there helping. That's what you can do. Yeah, Powernomics, but that's not the name of the foundation. Because he has... What is it called? Oh yeah, the Harvest Institute. That's what it is. The Harvest Institute. That's Dr. Claude Anderson. The Harvest Institute. That's what you can do. That's what you can do. Because this shit ain't cool. Which I'm gonna transition to my next point I want to make. And before I get to the Grammys being rigged, I want to talk about this, and we're gonna probably do another separate topic from this. But have y'all heard of this new thing called rap fatigue? Press the number one if you've heard about rap fatigue or hip hop fatigue. Because I think this goes into it. What is hip hop fatigue? This has come up a lot recently with what's his name? What's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. She dropped a new song that was a remake um of Kissing You by Toto. And it's a very raunchy, trashy song. Megan Thee Stallion is now with Klay Thompson. You know, they have all the girls, all the women happy talking about relationship goals. So people were expecting a song with some maturity. Yet she dropped another ratchet ass song that ain't talking about shit. And this comes on the heels of Cardi B dropping Imaginary Players, which is a horrible, horrible remake of Jay-Z, which both, if you ask me, are horrible flips on the Renee and Angela cut that they sampled. And people are starting to see the difference. People are starting to see that the heightened contradiction. And Biz Martin said imaginary tethers. I think this hip hop fatigue is people are tired. You know what I mean? Of the flossing. People are tired of the ratchet messaging. People are tired of the not talking about shit. And we're at a time now that people want to bring love back into their lives. Tenderness. And the industry has used hip hop to separate us from this. And this is something that we're going to talk about over on Patreon when I play some music. And right now, the industry has been forcing this nonsense on us. And people are tired. Like I've said before on this channel, they talk about no hip hop songs being in the top 40. On the show that I talked about that, I said because the sound is going back to being decentralized. People are going to be finding their favorite artists locally. Music from the heart is coming back. Music with love is coming back. Black Americans, we're going back. I think before we create a new genre, what we're doing is we're going back and we're re-infiltrating all of the genres that we've created before. And we're bringing those up to standard. And I think once we've gotten rooted back in our old genres, at some point, we'll get back to innovating more and more new sounds. New sounds get innovated all the time through jazz. Let's set jazz to the side because jazz has continued to evolve. You know, jazz is always going to continue to evolve. But I'm talking about creating more popular sounds. Like again, Kingfish over in the blues. You know, the Southern soul sound. You know, the California soul. These sounds we're getting back into, and that's if you're an artist, that's what you need because yes, there is a rap fatigue. There is a hip hop fatigue. And I'm probably going to go on a more expanded breakdown of hip hop fatigue another day. Probably when I'm on my phone smoking and drinking. That's probably when I'm gonna go a little deeper into hip hop, into my next level of hip hop fatigue. When I'm doing a live from, maybe I might do one later on tonight. But when I'm in my zone smoking and drinking, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that hip hop fatigue one in depth for y'all. But this is what's happening. We're going back to our sounds. Leo just said, I'll listen to a 90s hustler gangster rap for the nostalgia, but I ain't listening to some Gen Z rap about murking his ops. I'm with you right there. Like, for real, for real. It's gotten old. And again, we're going to go more in depth on this on Patreon. Um, we're going to have some Patreon coming this weekend. Everybody, Sunday's class is canceled. Sunday's class number 4 on the history of R&B is canceled because I am doing another interview, lowrider interview. And that's the only time a person can do it is Sunday at the time I do that class. So this coming Sunday's class is canceled. But we'll be back at it the following Sunday, okay? But with the hip hop fatigue, I most definitely have hip hop fatigue. And I'm going to tell you why I have hip hop fatigue. Rap music was never intended to be our main course in music. If we were going to line rap up on the food table, rap was always a side dish. Black America, going back to my history of music class, I taught about this, and that's on the Patreon level too, music university level. We've always rapped. There's always been rap blues. There's always been rap in country. There's always been rap in jazz, rap in R&B, rap in rock and roll. As a matter of fact, like I teach in my class, the father of R&B, Louis Jordan, always rapped. And rapped about partying. Party raps. Louis Jordan had party rap. That version, the version with the music is going to go over on Patreon. Everything else is going to get blocked out on here. But y'all heard that? That's a song called Saturday Night Fish Fry, where Louis Jordan is rapping about partying on Saturday night. Rap has always been in our music, folks. It's the singing that's the meat and potatoes of our sound. It's the harmonies and melodies of a voice, of a woman, of a man singing. That's always been the main course of our music. And we go into a rap but bring back the melody and the harmony. A major reason why you don't see much love The birth. Notice if you notice, along with the push in hip hop, a reduction of the birth rate, and it ain't all abortions, y'all. It's not just abortions. Look at the lack of love and tenderness in society, the lack of understanding. The lack of community. Neighbors don't even speak to one another anymore. Neighbors don't even speak to one another anymore. All of this stuff plays together. It's other things, socialization, the movies. I guess other things too. But the music sets the tone for how people treat each other and deal with each other. The soul needs it's not just the rap. It's how the music is put together. See, what black people got to realize is, and I say black people because we're the ones that create the stuff, so we got to figure it out. We're the ones behind the 8 ball, so we got to figure shit out first. It's not just the rapping. It's how the music is put together. The live instrumentation. The production. When everything is in a 2-bar loop, this is all you doing, just looping. When your music is in a loop, let's break this down, folks. Your music is set on a 2-bar loop. Music creates your tone, the tone and how you move by and how you live by. If everything you hear is loopity loop, and the R&B is on the loopity loop thing too. It's not just hip hop, but it's hip hop. It's hip hop's produced R&B. Everything is this. If you pay attention to the conversation in rap, outside of some people, like you have people like Thought Crimes, you got certain people that be in my chat room like Black McBain, that be in my chat that can have more expanded conversations. The people that have expanded conversations around rap, pay attention to y'all. They're rare. Black McBain, I don't know if you're in the chat right now, but those kind of people are rare. A hip hop head, and usually the hip hop heads that can have expanded conversations beyond who's your top 5, they usually listen to other shit anyway. They listen to jazz anyway. They listen to R&B anyway. Usually, it's very rare you're gonna find someone that's pure hip hop that can talk music beyond their region and beyond a top 5 argument, a who is better than who argument. Chat room, am I lying? Let's pay attention. I'm not fronting with y'all. I'm not fronting with y'all. I'm being real with y'all right now. Chat room. Am I wrong, chat? Pay attention. If you have a conversation around music with the pure hip hoppers, usually it's an argument. It's a fight. Everything's in a loop. The music is plastic. And since you don't get the harmonies, it's just like somebody talking to you. Okay, Rogish. Okay, I'm okay. Space Rice. Okay, cool. I'm just saying, pay attention. Music is supposed to. What did Lauryn Hill say? Come on, baby, light my fire. Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire. So why come we ain't getting no higher? So Lauryn Hill wrote that back when hip hop was starting to get bad. It was just starting to get bad when she wrote that. We were only like 5 years in. 98, we're about 3-4 years in to hip hop really starting to get raggedy. We're only about 3 or 4 years into hip hop getting raggedy when Lauryn Hill wrote that. Look at this. You tell the person ain't even paying attention. You again, I wasn't even gonna bring up Jay-Z, but since this person brought Jay-Z up, pay attention to the hip hop fan. I'm making a broad point about hip hop in general. I'm making a point about how hip hop talk is just debate. It's no real fruitful conversation around music. And what do you get right here in the comments from a Jay-Z head? Here goes the Jay-Z hate. Ding, motherfucking ding, motherfucking ding. Thank you for helping prove my point. This is the conversation you get with these hip-hop heads. Oh, you just hating. Somebody top 5. They a billionaire. Why don't you do it? Ain't no talk about, ain't no breaking down and analyzing the lyrics anymore. I mean, right on time, y'all. Right on. You would think these cats would be smart enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna shut up for right now. He's talking about what's wrong with the music and the conversation around hip hop. I'm gonna at least be zip. You have the option to not type. You literally have the option to say nothing. But you be like, boom, I'm gonna throw my hat in the race and show the world how stupid I am. There you have it. I probably don't even need to say anymore. I probably don't even need to say anymore. This is hip hop fatigue right there. That's hip hop fatigue. Because music is a conversation. Music is something that inspires. So if we ain't getting no higher, is it our fault? Or is it something in the music? See, the thing is now you got a new generation coming in. And nature always corrects itself. So you have a new generation of youngsters who just searching and searching and searching. They know something ain't right with the music. They know something ain't right. They're missing the conversations. I was at the Blue Note the other night. And salute to the Blue Note. Salute to the Blue Note Jazz Club here on Sunset. I met with them and we're going to be doing some stuff. I'll be going down there a lot more, reporting on their music. Let's break this. Let's. When I say music is a conversation, this is something that's missing from hip hop and modern R&B. Because I thought modern R&B, modern mainstream R&B, post 2000, from Usher forward. R&B from Usher forward is included in this conversation. Mainstream R&B from Usher forward is also included in this conversation. But watch this video right here. This is a conversation of Corey Henry and Chris Dave. Chris Dave on drums. Hold on. Corey Henry on keyboard. These are the things that people are, that's missing out of music. Let me see here. Downloads. Where are we at? Come on now. Listen to this conversation right here. That's Corey Henry on keys. And the white guy on guitar, this is white guitarist named Marcus King. He's someone that they're really pushing right now. But the white boy, they always get the best black musicians, and these are two of the coldest musicians on earth. Listen to this back and forth that's about over this next minute between Corey Henry and Chris Dave on drums. And they're soloing off of the song Grow You Welcome by Bobby Womack. They're soloing off of Grow You Welcome by Bobby Womack. Listen to this. Ooh, shit, that was cold. All right, come on now. You hear them ghost notes Chris Davis playing on the snare? These are those frequencies is what chat room, y'all who are listening. Y'all who are listening. How did that feel? How did that feel? You tell me. How did that feel? See, I'm not going to sit here and be like some of these metaphysical niggas. You know, you got to be at the cymatic frequency at 222,000 middle hertz and 68,000 volts of electricity through the middle hertz. No. You just need a nigga with soul and a keyboard. That's all the fuck you need. All you need is a nigga with soul and a guitar. You dig what I'm saying? And this is what the industry has ripped away from us. When you put the music on a program, if I'm programming a beat, what am I doing to your mind? I'm a fucking drummer, man. It ain't my job to program you. As a drummer, it's my job to give you a pocket to dance to play from my heart. This is my drum set in this background from my sound when I'm recording my sound packs. As a professional drummer, it's my job to play from my heart a spiritual message to your heart, to drum up a feeling. That's what a drum does. A drum drums up emotions. It drums up thoughts. It drums up feelings. It don't program you. That's why I've been listening to some of these dudes, they be bragging about that. Like, all right, cool, you can program. All right, great. Fine. You want a cookie? I'm not into programming as a drummer. Come on, baby, light my fire. Everything you drop is so tired. Music is supposed to inspire. So why ain't we getting no higher? Is we not getting higher because the drum is programming you? Lauryn Hill didn't have no programmed drums on that album. She had drums. It's not just about the rapper and the music. It's about how the music is an experience. It's not just an MC jerking off on a microphone. It's everything going on behind that MC that make the song. This is why we're getting hip hop fatigue. We're not getting that. Want to hear some more of that organ? That motherfucker Corey Henry Cole. I'm gonna do another one. Listen to this. Hear that? Y'all heard? Listen to that. I'm gonna rewind this part for you. Chris Dave goes from halftime to cut time. This is what happens when you don't program. Drums aren't supposed to be programmed. The feeling of the music changes with the feeling of the room. They didn't. I can promise y'all, they didn't rehearse this. Listen to Chris Dave go from halftime to double time. You can't do this shit with a program. But what I want y'all to do is, as I play this part, I want you to take the time and breathe. Just listen, like what Parliament says, let the vibes flow through. Funk not only moves, it can remove. Dig? This is why we have hip hop fatigue, because we're not getting this. Now, everybody close your eyes. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. But just breathe to this right here. Right here. Double time. Here comes cut time right here. Listen to Chris Dave. A retard. Now they're retarding. Cut time. Here's the Parliament. I play that for a reason, y'all. These are the frequencies that we're missing out on as listeners, as lovers of music. What is hip hop fatigue? Hip hop fatigue is not getting that in our music anymore because you want to program drums, because you want to program sounds. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. There's a time and space for everything. But just like I started this segment, hip hop was always the side dish. I mean, rap music and hip hop, early hip hop. Remember, hip hop is just as old as disco. What's up, Thought Crimes? People get, if we go with the date that they gave us, 1973, nigga, hip hop is just as old as disco. Okay? You had your first hip hop party before you had your first 4 on the floor beat. Do y'all understand that? Unless hip hop is fucking retarded for it to grow up for it to take that long to flourish, it should tell you something. The message is hip hop, rap music was always the side dish. Do y'all know that hip hop is older than this song? This is the first four on the floor beat. This is your first four on the floor. Hip hop is older than this song. Hip hop is older than that song. You know that, right? So the fact that it took that sound so long to mature, hip hop didn't get ahead of R&B until the early 2000s when the record label took R&B from us. As those record labels got bought out in the 90s and the 2000s, R&B budgets were shifted to hip hop. That's a fact. That's a fact. The point I'm making is this. Hip hop / rap music has always been around for Black America. But when we decided the rules, when we decided how music went, we never made hip hop the only source of our sound. Never. It's a side dish. It's the potato salad, not the turkey. God damn it. It's the cranberries. It's the fries. It's the salad. It's the fruit salad. It ain't the meal. The industry made it the meal. It was never meant to be that. If hip hop was meant to be the meal, it would have been the meal. If rap music was meant to be the meal, it would have been that 70 years ago. Like I just played you a song from 1946 with Louis Jordan rapping. Been rapping. You're right, it's called balance. But what's happening is we're not getting the balance through the mainstream. And then the R&B that they do give us is a hip hop style of R&B. It ain't got no real live singing, and it has a 2-bar loop drum program beat. The R&B is produced like a hip hop song. 2-bar loop, no singing. Y'all see what I'm saying? And this is how they do it. They do it. Remember, they always play on our human sensibilities. How are humans programmed? Going back to that word program. Human beings are programmed through consequences and rewards. You program human behavior through the use of consequences and rewards. Or awards. Let me see. So with that being said, the CEO of the Grammys, the former CEO of the Grammys, came out and said the awards are rigged. The awards are rigged. And what I mean by that is, pay attention. Let's go back to the hip hop conversation post 2000s. Before the 2000s, it was all about lyrical content breakdown. But again, you're dealing with hip hop fans before the year 2000s. Those people all listen to everything. Well, the Black American. I don't know what people in New York that are Dominican or Jamaican were doing. Which I don't know what y'all listening to. But for the Black American, the people who created the sound, the pre-2000s hip-hop fan listened to everything. They listened to Anita Baker. We listened to, that's why G and X is basically an ode to Anita Baker. You know, Luther, the hottest song of the year, Luther. It was an ode to Luther Vandross. Hip-hop fans pre-2000 listened to both. And that's also, I think, why the conversations back then were more fruitful. You had people who listened to everything. Post 2000s, these niggas just started just only listening to rap music. And bad rap music at that. And then when you would listen to a love song, it would be from Drake. Or Chris Brown singing autotune. Or SZA singing autotune. No real melodies in your spirit. No real melodies in your heart. Program beats, auto-tune singing. Especially post 2010. Post T-Pain, everything was auto-tune singing. They kicked T-Pain out just for everybody else to use it. So, but the post 2000 hip-hop fan went into what? Who has the most album sales? Such and such sold 1,000,000 copies. Such and such went number one. Such and such has 2 Grammys. Black people, when the fuck did we ever care about a goddamn Grammy? Or a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? My favorite rap group of all time, Outkast, just got put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did I mention it? No. Because who the fuck are those people to award our music? Who the fuck are they? I'm glad Outkast got in. They my favorite rap group of all time. But Barry White's not in there? The fuck is this? Shouldn't no rapper, shouldn't no country singer, shouldn't no rock and roll artist get in before Barry White? He created disco. The first disco song ever was Barry White, and nobody gives him that credit. What we do here, Unsung did. We give him credit. And Barry White, I think this is James Gaston on drums. I think it's James Gaston. This drum sample is used all the time. This drum sample is used all the time right here. No. Right on. Not that one. I'm gonna get a different version of it. Where is it? 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 No, I'm trying to get the right version. Where is it? See, I'm gonna get it in my iTunes. I'm trying. This is a sample. Where is it? My iTunes is not. Come on, iTunes play. It keeps. I have a corrupted file. I have a corrupted file that's not playing. Let me see. This is used.
I've heard people say
That sample right there. Those drums have been lifted so many times. But there's another drum part I want to play that I have a corrupted file on my shit. I can't play it. You earned it. I'm about to say some shit that's gonna get me canceled. Here it is, right here. This drum sample right here. These drums have been lifted hundreds of times. Just that. I think that's James Gaston on drums. Don't get me. I think that's James Gaston on drums. But that 4-bar loop, that 1-bar loop has been looped so many times, so many second times. And Barry White can't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is why can't none of these people judge anything when it comes to our music. With that being said, rewards and consequences is how people are influenced. So what they started doing in the 2000s was they started giving a lot of awards to hip hop. That's when Jay-Z started getting a bunch of awards. Hip hop started getting put on mainstream. You saw hip hop started getting put everywhere. And genuine R&B started slowly fading to the back. And the only person getting awards in R&B was Beyonce. And if you ask me, I don't care about awards. I don't care how many songs. If there's a 5-tier of great Black American artists, Beyonce as a performer is on the 5th tier, highest up on the highest tier. As an R&B singer, she's a 3rd tier. She's a 3rd-rate R&B singer, if you ask me. A top-rate performer, 3rd-rate when it comes to our music. As far maybe 4th-rate. I might give her 4th-rate on a good day. Love on Top, okay. That song might put her at number 4 because of all the modulations that she made. But she definitely ain't on the Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight level of the top Aretha Franklin top level R&B singer. She's not. Her music was all about, first off, most of that shit was stealing. Second, the biggest songs was To the Left, stole that too. Tried to at least. Very, very few songs. She had Cater to You, but very, very few songs about cultivating a family and genuine love. Very few. Most of that shit was all about being single and being happy that you're single. Hell yeah, Karen White, 1988 is better music. Of course. Superwoman? She was standing up for herself in Superwoman. Shit. Yeah, Beyonce makes disposable music, yeah. But that was pushed through awards. Let's award the shit out of this sound. Let's award the shit out of Jay-Z telling you being a man is about having hoes and clothes. Let's award this kind of music. Award. And so, if you look at the Grammys, Marvin Gaye didn't get a Grammy until Sexual Healing. George Clinton got a Lifetime Grammy, but none of George Clinton's music won a Grammy? What? George Clinton, heavy metal, rock and roll, funk, hip hop. I mean, George Clinton is at the genesis of 2 major genres in American history. And he couldn't win one? Frankie Beverly and Maze was never even nominated? Frankie Beverly and Maze never even were nominated for Grammys. Yeah, Stephanie Mills, The Emotions. The Grammy Awards are where they legitimize. Really, that's the white people awards. Since Harvey Mason Jr. has taken over, he's brought in more black stuff to it. And salute to my friend. I have friends that won Grammys, but Grammys don't mean shit. But they do mean something as far as what people pay attention to. And the CEO of the Grammy said this. Let me pull the video up of what the CEO of the Grammy said about them being rigged. Oh shit. What the hell? That's an accident. This is my music history course. Sign up for my Patreon. My bad for the camera. This is my music history course up on camera. Yeah, let me go. My bad. There we go. Now let me switch this on over to Chrome. Listen to what the CEO of the Grammy said. The ousted chief.
The artists are in the room.
Yes.
What about your truth? You have to tell your truth.
Deborah Dugan says last week the Recording Academy offered her millions of dollars if she would keep her silence. She refused.
Is the awards process corrupt?
It's rigged.
12,000 Academy members vote to determine the top 20 nominees for a Grammy Award. But Dugan, alongside her attorney, says committees who pick the final nominees can be influenced.
You're saying that in some cases, the nominating process has the involvement of people who have an interest in the nominations, artists who might be nominated are in the room.
Absolutely.
And not just the artists, it's the people who have business affiliations with the artists as well.
Could represent the artist.
Are in the room.
Yes.
What about the allegation that artists have made that it is predominantly white, that the decisions are being made by males? Is that true?
It is true. It's predominantly white males that call the shots.
She says Sunday night, artists up for Song of the Year took spots from Ariana Grande and Ed Sheeran.
When you move somebody up, somebody comes out. And I was in the room, and I did see that happen.
The Academy said today
These award shows are for white folks to award themselves for their mediocrity. And that's not being disrespectful. It's not being racist. The mediocre music wins the most. Just does. The mediocre music wins the most. Now, every now and again, they get it right. You know what I mean? Some of the lower non-pop categories, they do pretty good jobs on. And the Grammys have gotten a lot better since Harvey Mason Jr. has taken over. But it's politics. It's politics. I'm actually surprised Kendrick's won as many as he did. But it's politics. Here's a let you know, part of the reason why Kendrick has won so many and other artists have won so few is they don't even categorize these Grammys with the right people. Kendrick and Clips shouldn't even be in the same category. With Glorilla, Kendrick, Clips, and Glorilla should not be in the same category. They're all three completely different sounds. See, what the Grammys do with the black sounds is they jumble black sounds into these tight categories. And the white sounds get expanded. Like the Latin, you see right now, the Latin Grammys on right now. Latin music got their own fucking Grammy. And watch, at the Latin Grammys, ain't not one of them motherfuckers gonna give a thanks to Machito. Ain't not none of them gonna acknowledge Mario Bowser. And these Afro dark-skinned Cubans that created the Latin sound in New York along with Black Americans, Chick Webb, Dizzy Gillespie, Charlie Parker, Horace Silver. They ain't gonna acknowledge the black roots of. How in the hell do you have a Latin Grammy when most of that Latin music is rooted in Black American music? They ain't got a Black American Grammy, but the Latin Grammys are rooted in Black American music. How the fuck, Sway? But you don't know that unless you know the history. Look at this shit. Let me see if I can fast forward to somebody singing, somebody performing. Look at this. These are the Latin Grammys on right now. My bad, I was muted. Let me go back and say what I was saying. Listen to what they're doing right here. This is Black American music. It's sang in Spanish. They have a drum set. That's one. Black American drum set. Number one. Number two. They're playing that lead guitar. The lead guitar was something that was popularized by John Lee Hooker, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And they're playing a drum set, not Latin bongos. They're not playing with Latin bongos. They're playing with a drum set. So everything about this, look, people, this is a Black American bandstand. Bass guitar, drum set, keys, guitar. What have I told? I told y'all in my documentary, it's over on Incense and Ashtrays. If y'all ain't seen my documentary, shame on you. But what did I say? You know the Black American influence by looking at the bandstand. When you see a bass guitar and drum set, you're already dealing with people using the Black American bass. Now we're far beyond influence right now. We're now dealing with roots. This music is not influenced by Black Americans. This is rooted in Black America. You see how the Latins get their own Grammy playing music rooted in our sound? The Grammys, that's why I say the Grammys are, it's like when Shaq played in the NBA. The MVP was whoever the best player on the court was when Shaq wasn't there. From 99 to 2005, whoever the MVP was whoever the best player was on the court when Shaq wasn't there. That's who the MVP was. And that's who it is. That's how it is with these Grammy Awards. The Grammy Awards are whatever artist is playing Black American music with the least amount of Black American look. Aesthetic, I should say. Physical aesthetic. But the bass guitar, us. This rhythm section, this is not how the world played music 100 years ago. We were playing music like this 100 years ago. This isn't how the world played their music 50 years ago. This is not how Latin America played its music 50 years ago with this bandstand. We were. And that bass line is familiar. This is a sample, yo. What song is this? I'm gonna go to sleep having nightmares thinking about this song because I know that song that they're using. Here we go. Let's see. Let's look at some more Black American influence.
Populares.
Let's look at some more Black American roots.
Con usted.
Oh, look at this shit! Are you serious? Hold on, Chad. I wasn't ready for this. I was not ready for this. Who the fuck is this? Look at these wannabe niggas. This whole award show is who can be the blackest without looking the blackest. I want to see this.
Con su colaboración para arriba, el tema Fresh, ellos están nominados en la misma categoría, mejor canción de rap hip hop. Con ustedes,
hold on.
Bueno,
the Latin Grammys got a rap hip hop section?
Y después se une a capela.
Yeah. Argentina está en la casa, pai. El barrio La Boca. Esto dice: baby, buenas noches. Estamos activos en la música all day. Don't play, mami, mami, don't play. Say my name porque siempre ando vacilando por el barrio, bebé. Caminando todos los días del mes. Estoy sí, hablamos después. Ahora solo mueve los pies con esto. Dámelo, yo dámelo. Si eso no está fresh, you gotta go shake that shit. Todos bailan en el paredón. En el party suena calderón, mami, estoy. Soy el dueño del pano que no me
What
creen.
the fuck am I looking at here?
Estamos en el party, I know. Scare everybody if you go again. C-O-M-U-N-A 4.
Oh my God. I wasn't ready for that. I'm sorry, chat. I saw Latin. I just saw Latin Grammys were live, and I clicked on it. I didn't. Whoa. I'm sorry, y'all. It's taking me a minute to get my words back. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to process what I just saw. The Latin Grammys now have a hip hop section. So now you're about to have Latin rappers with more Grammys than Ice Cube. Think about that for a second. Snoop would never won a Grammy. There's some Latin rappers out there with more Grammys than Snoop. There's some Latin rappers out there with more Grammys than Scarface. There's some Latin Grammys out there, Latin rappers out there with more Grammys than DJ Quick. Right, Go-Go. No shame whatsoever. The grift is real. Black folks, we grifted off on. See, that's obvious. But I want to make it obvious to you guys again. Look at the band. Drums, bass, keys. Anytime you see drums, bass, keys, you're dealing with the Black American bandstand. Anytime you see that, wow. Like this.
Our crew, we just play that shit live. Drums, bass, keys. Niggas don't like it, you can get these.
Stuck in the back of your throat. Drums, bass, keys. That's our shit. If they gonna play some shit, they need to put up some goddamn Willy Bobo.
If you've not already, categories.
This is their sound. This is their bandstand. Let's see if I can have a Willy Bobo video. And this is still black. Well, dark. The dark skinned Latinos, they don't like giving them credit. That's still ours. But here, these are their drums right here. Some Willy Bobo right here. That's their drums right there. They're still using Black American with the bass. But this is their drums. Let me see. Do you know how this is their setup right here? You hear that? Quarter note downbeat. This is their sound. And if you notice, Tito Puente, do y'all know Tito Puente before he got on Latin drums? Do you know who Tito Puente who was the drummer who inspired him the most? Tito Puente started in New York on Black American drums, sounding like Max Roach. It's the Black American Max Roach who gave Tito Puente his style. That's their drums. And this was Tito Puente's favorite drummer right here, Max Roach. He should be a household name with black people. Max Roach should be a household name when it comes to us. That's Max Roach. He was the person that Tito Puente was trying to sound like as he transitioned over to the Latin drums. So as you see, I appreciate cultures. I appreciate every culture out there. But your culture is that, and this is our culture. I just wanted to make sure I pointed this out to you. I wasn't even planning on going this far. But I wanted to make sure I pointed this out to y'all. About the Grammys being rigged. They award them other folks, whoever is the best as sounding close to us is who gets the awards. Who's ever sounding closest to us is who gets the rewards. This is Max Roach right here. And Max Roach, he used to give hour-long concerts with just the drums. But chat room, did I help y'all out with that? Do y'all see what I mean by as far as we're not the influence, we're the root. Latin music has its own drums. It has its own native instrumentation. It has its own thing. Why ain't the music? If this is the Latin Awards, why don't they have a mariachi band as a backing band?
Viene, muchachos. Para mí, precioso regalo.
See, in Mexican music and in a lot of Latin music, they don't. Here it is. They were using the lead electric guitar, right? At the Latin Grammys. If we're gonna be authentically Latin, should they not have had a guitarón? This is a guitarón. This is the most popular guitar in Mexico. This. When you hear, hold on, this is what their guitar sounds like. Like they literally have.
Devil went down to Georgia-based.
Here we go. That's Latin music without Black American influence right here. That's Latin music without our influence right there. You just heard it. With the guitar on. These people got their own instruments. Everybody is copying off of our homework, but don't nobody want to give us the credit. Everybody's copying off of our homework, but nobody wants to give us the credit. We do everybody's homework, y'all. Everybody's. But we're the least awarded. All that Black American culture that goes around the world, and Barry White's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the Isley Brothers never won a Grammy. These people are fucking crazy. JRL, I do know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't be coming in my chat room trying to question me, you bitch ass nigga. There's no such thing as Latin if I was gonna get technical. I'm obviously not being technical, you stupid motherfucker. Because if I was being technical, I would have said Latin doesn't exist. It's only indigenous sounds from around the diaspora of what's known as Latin America. But because that's not the subject of my fucking conversation, I didn't feel like getting that detailed. So I pulled out a song from the crown jewel of Latin America, and that's Mexico. Something that's easily identifiable. I wasn't trying to get too specific, you stupid motherfucker. God damn, it's always some idiot that come in here. Well, technically, you're not technically. Shut the fuck up and go jack off to midget porn. It's always some jack off coming in here trying to get technical. If you gonna get technical, then nigga get technical and call me out and say Dewan. There is no such thing as Latin America as Latino. Latino is what Europeans is a European term to describe a lands conquered by the Spanish. If I was gonna get technical, you stupid motherfucker. It's always some dumb motherfucker want to show how much they don't know. Can't stand you lifeless motherfuckers. I need y'all to come on out to the Hidden History Museum this coming Saturday. I got a funny ass show that I booked and prepared for y'all. My man Chris Spencer, Daphne Springs, Chico Will. It's gonna be a funny ass show this coming Saturday. You dig? It's always these people that want to come in the chat and show how much they don't know. God damn. But I think we've had a good lesson today. But going back to Rory getting exposed, people like Rory, you know, he makes, I don't know too much about him. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he was young. And I get it. You were young. You didn't know any better. You were just joking around. All that's great and fine. Now, what are you going to do to make sure that the history of our music and our culture is taught accurately? What Black-owned organizations and foundations and schools are you going to donate to and advocate donations towards for your mistake? Because the only way to rectify this kind of stuff is with information and with knowledge. And I understand you may not have the mental chops to break down our culture and teach our culture historically. Matter of fact, we'd rather you not be the one to teach it, because that's not your responsibility. But it will be a good gesture if you donate it to one of the organizations in place, not named the NAACP and not attached to Al Sharpton or anything promoted by MSNBC. That's another thing. Ain't all the donations in NAACP? Nope. National Action Network? Nope. Anything promoted by Joy Reid and MSNBC? Nope. If you holler at me, I can give you a list of organizations that could probably would love to take your donations, and you could advertise so that you can correct and right your wrong. You dig? So that you can correct and right your wrong. That's where it's going to have to be, black folks, with these people like Rory that want to be in our culture. All these people that are non-black that want to be in our culture. What are you donating to? What are you doing to help? What are you doing to help? Because when we turn hip-hop off, we got to go back to life. These people like Rory and Adam 22 and all of these people, when they're done with the hip-hop party, when they're done with hip-hop, they get to go back to their lily white life. We don't. But we do get to go to the Hidden History Museum this coming Saturday. Chris Spencer, Mario Hodge, Daphne, Chico, me. This show's about to be funny than a motherfucker. You know why I know it's going to be funny? Because I'm hosting it and I booked it. You ain't never seen a show that I've hosted and booked that ain't been funny. You dig? But I don't know. I might come back later on tonight and go deeper into hip hop fatigue. I might come back later on tonight from my phone and do it live from the phone on hip hop fatigue. I might do that. All right. We're going to go deeper into hip hop fatigue later on. All right. So come back around here probably about 9-10 o'clock Pacific time. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this hip hop fatigue. All right. Thank y'all again for listening. And remember, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. We out.